If I wanted to host a simple Cinco de Mayo event, this is the menu I would whip up. There are 4 appetizers and 1 dessert. They are simple yet delicious and crowd favorites, especially the 4th appetizer. It is the standby go-to, gotta have it, especially at every Cinco de Mayo event. It is my #1 most requested appetizer, and it's the most simple. But everybody you make it for will love it. Let's go ahead and get started.
I used to overthink what appetizers to make every time I hosted, but now I follow a really simple hosting method that I created that keeps everything balanced and a lot less overwhelming. As part of that method, I have a 5-category appetizer formula, and I always start with a protein. So I am going to be making shrimp ceviche. That's why I am chopping my shrimp. It is frozen. It is already cooked. I just defrosted it and made it those little pieces, and now I have all these other fresh ingredients that is going to make a wonderful vibrant dish. I have cucumbers I sliced up. I used the English cucumber, less seeds, 2 Roma tomatoes, some avocado, some cilantro. I did 1 jalapeno and took out the seeds to make it less of a spicy, less heat. I have some red onions chopped. I also have some wedges of limes, little orange juice, couple tablespoons of lime juice, and a tablespoon of lemon juice. Oh, and salt. Don't forget the salt. We'll have a little bit of that as well. I'm going to mix this all in a bowl. Super easy. It is one of those dump and goes, but it's the presentation that is going to make this so perfect for your party. I'm putting everything in the bowl except the avocados because I don't want those to get mushy, so I'm going to save those for the end and a little bit of the cilantro for topping. I'm going to mix everything together, and you can prep this ahead. You can put this in the fridge, keep it overnight, and then just ready for the party, you can start making the presentation and serve them. So all those flavors are going to work together, and look how vibrant it is. It is so good, so fresh. Now there are 2 ways I can present this. One of the ways is to serve it as a whole meal, and I can put them in these lettuce wedges and serve that on a platter if I wanted this to be like the main course. But for me, for this party, it's going to be just an appetizer. So I have these little cups that are going to be perfect. They're clear cups that are going to go on my 2-tier tray. I love the presentation of this because right away you see these vibrant colors, and for each of the cups I'm going to top it with a little bit of the avocado, a little bit of the cilantro, and now they're ready for presentation on my tray. They just pop with their beautiful colors, and it just welcomes you in. You want to go right to it and taste this. Oh, it's so fresh, so delicious. I have these little spoons that I've used to put either in the cup, or I just keep them to the side so people can grab. I also put some little lime wedges on the side so they can squeeze their lime on top. I'll leave links to the spoons and the little cups if you want to see those. They'll be in the description for you to check those out. And we're ready to move on to our next appetizer in my 5-category appetizer formula. My next thing I like to do is a hearty bite, and I'm going to be making these taco pinwheels. For this recipe, we're going to start with
8 ounces of cream cheese softened, 1 packet of taco seasoning, 1 cup of shredded cheese, any brand, any flavor, cheddar cheese. I got the Fiesta blend, so 1 cup of that. 1/2 cup of salsa. Mix that all together.
An appetizer that is a hearty bite just helps give your menu something a little more substantial. So even though it's appetizers, it can still be filling. And that's what I love about Pinwheels. I take my filling and I'm spreading it out on my tortillas. I did use high protein ones, but any tortilla is going to work in this. Low carb, high protein. You can even use spinach, any kind of flavored ones. And for some crispness and the color, I'm adding some shredded lettuce. I add some tomatoes that were chopped, and I added some olives. That's going to give it crunch, texture, color. I keep doing this with my tortillas until I'm out of my mixture, and then I'm going to put this in the refrigerator, these rolled up tortillas in the fridge to harden up for a little bit for about 30 minutes. Oh, and I also added some chopped green onions on top. I forgot to mention that. So now that they're all rolled up, they've been in the fridge, they've hardened a little, they're now ready to cut into pinwheels. This is another great appetizer that can be made and prepped ahead. You can make them in rolls, leave them in the fridge for overnight, and then right before the party, cut them in your pinwheels and put them on your serving tray and get back to room temperature. And I started with this serving tray. If it were just my family, I would do that, but I had so many. I'm going to put it on a big white platter. I thought that was going to make these colors pop even more. And then I serve the rest of the salsa to the side in a little bowl. For some freshness and presentation, I sprinkle on some fresh chopped cilantro over everything and put a little on the salsa. And this just looks so good. It was so easy, as you saw, no cook, prep ahead. You could do that step. They are just what the party needed, a little bit of a hearty bite. Now, I didn't put protein in these because our next appetizer actually has protein in it. But what I always love to have at every single event that I host is either a cheesy or creamy dip. We're gonna make that next with a Margarita Dip.
I'm gonna start by shredding up this chicken my husband just grilled for me on the grill. Normally I would use a rotisserie chicken, but go figure, when I tried to do my order, the chickens were not available. And it's because I tried to do it on a Friday evening, and I think those chickens are one of the quickest meals for a busy weeknight and probably on a Friday going into the weekend. Those chickens disappear fast. This worked out so well because he used lime juice and cumin and all the flavors that are actually going to be in this dip. So it just worked out perfect. So let's go ahead and get our crock pot, start filling it up. All right, our dump and go chicken margarita dip. A block of cream cheese, which I cut into cubes just to make it easier for melting. And then we're gonna add our chicken. We're gonna add 2.5 cups of shredded Monterey Jack cheese. And then to that, I'm going to add 1/4 cup of lime juice. I'm gonna add 2 tablespoons of orange juice. This is all freshly squeezed, but you don't have to do that. I just had it. This is a margarita dip, so we're gonna add tequila. This is 1/4 cup of tequila, and I'm using the silver tequila. Then I'm gonna add a sprinkle of salt. I also have here the zest of the lime. I'm gonna add that in. That's gonna add such great flavor. And I'm gonna press 1 clove of garlic. I'm going to put this on the base of my crock pot. We're gonna let it just cook through, melt down, and I'll stir it in between. Then we'll top it with our mild pico de gallo. This is just fresh pico. I will top that at the end. All right, our dip is in on the base. Cover it with a lid. Let's cook it on high for 1 hour. So that was 45 minutes. We'll go ahead and let it stay on high. Let it finish its hour. Once it beeps at us, we'll stir it again, and I think it's ready to serve.
I added my fresh pico on top, drained the liquid a little bit, and now I'm adding a sprinkle of cilantro. This has become one of my favorite go-to dips, and I just can't have an appetizer spread without a cheesy or creamy dip, and this one is perfect for Cinco de Mayo. And now that we have our heavier appetizers done, we now need a fresh filler, and that's where my #1 requested appetizer comes into play. This is the ingredients for my homemade guacamole. The ingredients are simple: avocados, fresh limes, tomatoes. I like Roma tomatoes. I like their flesh the best, and they're easy to prepare, and they're also the cheapest. I also like red onion over white. I like minced garlic over fresh in the jar, yes, in the jar, and fresh cilantro. And of course, salt. I use kosher salt, and that's it. Those are all of the ingredients I use. Now, I like to chop things up super finely. I think that's what makes this recipe so delicious is, one, I make things really, really itty bitty so you get the flavor, but you don't get like bitterness from the garlic, and you don't get bitterness from the red onion. Everything is fresh, but small enough. In every bite, you get all that great flavor. Another reason why I think everybody loves this dish when I make it is because it has the fresh ingredients. A lot of times when you go to the supermarket and buy this, it has to have a lot of acid and preservatives to keep the avocados from going brown, so it doesn't taste fresh. And another thing that I think makes my guacamole special is the texture and the consistency. I like mine creamy, but yet still a little chunky, and I think that makes a difference. I have found my mix and chop is actually a great tool to get the right consistency. I can go around the bowl, bring back all that avocado, and mash it up, and this is the texture I'm looking for. This is what I like. As well as everyone else I make it for, is the #1 requested dish. And if you try it, please let me know in the comments. I would love to know. And that is our fresh filler. Next, we're going to do the 5th category that makes the whole appetizer spread come together, and that is a sweet bite. I'm gonna make key lime tarts. I'm using this key lime mix, this dessert mix that you just add a couple ingredients and you end up with a wonderful key lime dessert. So let's go ahead and get started with our mix. So I'm gonna add the whole box. To my dessert mix, I'm gonna add 1/4 cup of butter that's softened, so a 1/2 stick. Gonna add 4 ounces of cream cheese that has also been softened to room temp. I'm gonna add a cup of heavy whipping cream. And then I'm gonna blend on high speed until it's all thick and fluffy. Ooh, that looks so good. I love that this dessert whips up in no time. Again, that prep step, you can make this mix and keep it in the fridge until you're ready to put them in your tart shells. The tart shells are another simple, easy step. They are store-bought. They already came prepared. I bought them from Walmart. I'll leave a link to them. A lime wedge for garnish and a great display to serve them on, and you have just made the perfect ending to your Cinco de Mayo party. Again, this menu is all decided and prepared based on my entertaining method and the 5-category appetizer formula. You can grab this free PDF on my website, daniellekeller.com/resources. Thank you so much for watching. I look forward to seeing you on the next video.